Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Allianceblock, aka ALBT. So let's just dive in and let's talk about a few things. So currently the market is having a pullback. I was actually expecting us to head to 28K once we did break out of 25K last night. I'm still riding my Bitcoin short that I did open around like 24.7K or so. I'm still watching to see if we are going to go even lower down to about 22K or so. We have been watching the indices. They are all at major, resistance, as well as, we are seeing a lot of sell-off action on Bitcoin in regards to the order book. So I do believe that we will go a lot lower. Most likely trade in within like the mid to low range of the 22K zone. So that's what I'm watching for right now. In regards to Allianceblock, we have been accumulating this range, which is, really kind of looking at resistance levels, which is around this top level at about almost 6 cents exact. We started to break out slightly, so if we can get a break above this, then it's going to be pretty nice because the next demand zone is up here at around like 9 cents or so. So nearly a 2x move on Allianceblock even from the lows. But we are watching to see if we are going to retest this bottom range. This bottom range is where I have been accumulating. Like this is around like my average accumulation zone on Allianceblock, which is not too far off from where we are now. It's only a 1 cent difference. If we actually go back to the beginning of Allianceblock, this is why I have been watching this zone completely. So if we do flip that resistance zone where we do break out of it, we will most likely head higher, which is around like that 10-cent zone. That's like that demand zone. Excuse me. But I do believe that we will come down and retest this 6-cent zone, flipping it into support like we did back here in 2020 before, of course, going off. Now, this is not going to happen all at once. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take some time. But the reason why I'm watching this 5-cent zone down there is because that was the major support zone going all the way back to 2020. And I know that we did break down below it slightly sometimes, and these wicks were here. Got to remember that, Allianceblock is a very illiquid asset. It's not on massive exchanges like most other assets, so, it's easy to have these major wicks down. But this is what I have been watching for in regards to my accumulation area. Do I think that this thing at 6 cents is overvalued? Not even close. We've addressed this. We've talked about it. I have been accumulating this range no matter what. Will I buy at 6 cents, for an example, if I have to? Yeah, 100%. I don't feel, it's a confident game for me. I feel very confident about Allianceblock long term, but you could definitely see the buy and sell orders down here. You do see like, now if we go to the amount of Allianceblock, here's where you do see quite a bit of, like there's a total of almost 5.5 Ethereum being sold, but you also do see that there's nearly the same amount of buy. So this to me is just like a market maker trying to, or I should say a bot, trying to like basically accumulate as much Allianceblock as possible before it does take off. As you guys do see, it's from the same exact wallet. But we do see other major sells down here. Again, a few bots are still trying to bot this one. But we definitely are watching the sells and the buys from just like average users as well. We have been seeing Allianceblock being accumulated for, good reason. We have been addressing this as well in the past, talking more so about the funders launch. And now today, we did see a roadmap update, or I should say about 3 days ago, we did see a roadmap update. Funny enough, we were just talking about Energy Web Token. Again, another reason why I got into Energy Web Token was because of Allianceblock. And since then, I have not looked back. And we've been talking about Allianceblock and Energy Web Token for nearly, I would say it's been almost a year on both of them. But we do see roadmap update. The Allianceblock DeFi terminal now supports the Energy Web X network. Builders and developers on EWC can now launch liquidity mining and staking campaigns through our no-code solution and SDK. And down here we do see in January we announced that Allianceblock Bridge supported Energy Web X. Building on our ongoing collaboration, our bridge became the preferred bridging solution for their network. Later in May, as part of our staged launch, we announced that the Allianceblock decentralized exchange is deployed first on the EnergyWeb X network, deepening the relationship with the low-carbon blockchain network. And of course, here is that announcement. This integration enables any and all of EnergyWeb X's base projects to leverage our infrastructure to accelerate their roadmap and bring more value to their communities. And then down here, we do see the actual terminal news. But yeah, I think that this is great. Not only does it allow for the ecosystem to continue to grow, but like I said, a lot of like the assets that I'm invested into are already linked to Allianceblock. Like it makes no sense not to accumulate Allianceblock. Now, I will say this: there's an idea of over diversification, and I did say this yesterday on Twitter. There's a few gems that I am accumulating for like a massive moon, opportunity. Like for example, Chromatica is one that I'm not going heavy, but I do have quite a large bag of Chromatica because that is like one of my moon bags. Now, Allianceblock is another moon bag, but it is also a utility bag. I feel confident with Allianceblock long term because I do know that at some point in time we will be trading at $1 again. And why is that? Well, not only are they extending their ecosystem on a daily basis, but they are also providing liquidity mining campaigns for a lot of these major tokens. And I know that this isn't like a massive token, like this is a 36,000 followed, project, but it is still something special. Like, they have been doing this with many projects, and even, Energy Web Token is one of them. Also, remember, right, when we actually go and look at their ecosystem, so we do see like they talk about like how they're creating an ecosystem of stakeholders across the full spectrum of traditional and decentralized finance with a vision to create a fully decentralized and globally compliant capital market. And when we actually look at this, you could see everything within this and how they are trying to interconnect like DeFi to traditional finance. Like here's that bridging mechanism, and then you do see like legal and compliance to fintech providers as well. This is going to be including massive amounts of money if you think about it, because like there's going to be private banks, investment banks, wealth managers, asset managers, stock exchange, sovereign funds, mutual funds, pension funds, and even credit unions, all connected and interconnected with, of course, what we do utilize on a day-to-day basis within crypto, stablecoins, P2P lending, etc. So when we actually look at this, like this is going to be at the heart of this. And I think that this is an awesome way to actually really kind of look at the ecosystem. And when we look down here within the ecosystem participants, they do include financial institutions, data processors, legal and compliance entities, bookkeeping entities, fintech entities, and even issuers/investment or investor entities. And we do see new generation of globally compliant capital markets. We've talked about this, like they are disrupting $100 trillion at its core. The Allianceblock ecosystem is designed as a multifaceted, platform that enables its members to issue, transfer, and own tokenized and/or digitized assets. It is an open ecosystem that allows any entity, to create assets and applications without the need for approvals from centralized trust authorities. It uses human and machine intelligence to harness the wisdom of groups in decision making and governance. And even down here, you do see like all of the connections that they're trying to, like they're trying to just connect globally, connecting global markets on chain to build and enhance cross-border financial infrastructure. And when we look at the partnerships, here you guys have them. Like we've talked about these in the past. Funny enough, I just started talking about Elrond because I seen them partnered with Allianceblock, and I did some research, and I'm like, dude, this project is sick. Like, like everything around it was kind of, leaning towards Hbar in the sense of like, I would say tech stacks, but it looks better in regards to tokenomics wise. But also Elrond is kind of more so similar to, I would say it's a better, Solana, if you will. But when we actually look at other partnerships that they do have, like Polygon was one that we were holding during 2021, and it did incredible. Again, another partnership, Hedera Hashgraph, Energy Web, even Unison. We were holding Unison for a little bit there, Unido as well. They're a partner with DAI, as well as many other stablecoins. You also do see like YOP here. There's a few other ones, like API 3. I believe that this is fourth, I believe. I'm pretty sure that's fourth. I forgot what the name of it was. We were holding fourth at some point in time. And there's so many other partnerships here. And the funny thing is that not a lot of people realize what Quant and even Hedera are doing here. All these partnerships have a specific utility case behind them. And here we have a tweet from J. Jeremiah Crypto, and it says, AOBT, I will say I didn't know AOBT was utilizing Hbar consensus services and QNT Overledger. And yes, I mean, it would make sense why they would be utilizing Overledger. I think that we did a video on this actually where we were talking about what they were doing. But you do see here, scheduled transactions allow for Allianceblock to create a layer 2 validator network. Allianceblock's validator network acts as a transaction bridge between the blockchain networks utilizing the Hedera consensus service. The bridge validator network monitor events added to the Hedera public ledger to perform a set of predefined functions across other networks. And then over here with Quant, we do see the new partnership allows Allianceblock to offer Quant Network's Overledger solution to blockchain projects and SMEs listed on the Allianceblock platform. There are major limitations to current blockchain technology, and Overledger provides a unique solution by making interoperability between different blockchains very easy and straightforward. And then they do break down Overledger. But yeah, I mean, like when we really kind of look at what Allianceblock is doing, it pairs perfectly with QNT. They're trying to bridge two completely diverse, very alike markets together, which is DeFi and traditional finance. Like they are extremely diverse in their own ways, but they are still very similar markets at the end of the day. But I would say like when we really kind of look at this, even the Hbar partnership makes sense. Because the efficiencies there, you also do see like, when we look at the consensus service, when we looked at it with a lot of like the enterprise grade use cases, it fits perfectly on that list of partnerships. And, even Elrond, right? Like when we go look at Elrond, here's the institutional capital access to Elrond assets via the compliant gateway built by Allianceblock. And this goes back to August 16th of 2021, by the way. And we do see we have started a partnership with Allianceblock to integrate their protocol with the Elrond network and offer compliant access to Elrond assets and DeFi products. And then they do break down the full, views down here, like this mission or the mission of DeFi products running on blockchain technology to help the finance world evolve and elevate service offerings to match the high speeds, low cost, and 24/7 availability that are expected from a fully digitized global economy. The Elrond network has been architected to be the backbone of such a high bandwidth financial system, and the Allianceblock integration will help our technology and DeFi ecosystem to be merged seamlessly into traditional finance. Here at Allianceblock, we pride ourselves on the fact that our partnerships are based on real tech and are always mutually beneficial. By extending our funding, interoperability, and data ownership solutions to Elrond, we are contributing to the growth of their rich ecosystem of dApps. At the same time, we're inviting yet another amazing project and community onto Allianceblock's platform and product suite. This is just step one. We look forward to giving our strategic input on how to grow and position the Elrond ecosystem in a way that makes it easy for institutional liquidity providers to enter the markets. So yeah, like this is, they say that it is the Netflix of data, the data tunnel. It will enable Elrond users to monetize their data, unlock new income streams, generate value, and even control how their confidential data is used and by whom. So like, I'm telling you guys, pay attention to Allianceblock. Like, I don't know if this is on major exchanges because I think it's on KuCoin. I think that was the one that we were really kind of looking at. But also, I think it might be even on BitTrue, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, it's on BitTrue. I think that's where I'm actually buying this one on. I don't know which one I'm holding it on. I know that a lot of people have been asking me, like, hey, where do you hold Allianceblock? Basically, it's in... it's an ERC20 token, so you could still send this to like Coinbase wallet, for an example. But I would make sure that you're storing it on a wallet that you're not utilizing for anything. Like, do not add any, dApp positions. Do not sign any smart contracts with any wallet that's holding any amount of assets, because again, that defers the the security behind it. But yeah, you could send this to really any ERC20 wallet. Make sure that you are looking at if it is supported by, like, for example, like there's different pairs for this, like USDT, Ethereum, USDC, and stuff. So just make sure that you are double checking things. Make sure you are doing a test run before you do send Allianceblock to anywhere that you are storing it. But I usually buy this on BitTrue that I'm like looking at it now. So You know, you can buy it on Qcoin as well. You know, that is like the high confidence area, but so is Bitrue. You just do see like the difference in volume. Like it's about like $8,800 on Bitrue compared to like almost 300,000. But funny enough, like this thing only has almost $800,000 in volume, $14 million market cap. Like the upside on this one is very special, and I do think that Allianceblock should be on everyone's radar if it isn't already. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As it was up to you all, have a beautiful day, beautiful night, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.